If you're living in Singapore, or even thinking about it, you need to know this. The way our buildings are designed, constructed, and sold is going through a massive overhaul. We're talking about a huge shift from the ground up, and it's going to affect everything from the tallest skyscraper to, well, your future home. So what's in this new blueprint? Let's dive in.
So who's behind all this? The driving force is Singapore's Building and Construction Authority, or the BCA. And their vision? It's not just about building things faster or cheaper. It's about completely transforming the way our entire built environment works for the people who actually use it every single day. Okay, so what does this grand vision actually look like on the ground? Well, it's way more than just tweaking a few rules here and there. We're talking about a full-blown master plan that goes way beyond just concrete and steel. The goal is to create a Singapore that's truly ready for the future.
Now, what's really important here is how all these goals are connected. The BCA is pushing for buildings that aren't just safe, but are also smart and sustainable. That means leaning into digitalisation, getting everyone in the industry to work together better, and getting really serious about a low-carbon future. It's a huge plan that touches every single part of building.
And just so you know they mean business, they've put a hard number on it. The goal is to green 80% of all of Singapore's buildings by 2030. That's a massive undertaking. It means upgrading older buildings and setting super high standards for new ones. This isn't some vague promise. It's a real target.
Okay, so that's the big why, but what about the how? How are we actually going to get there? Well, a huge part of the answer is technology. There's a whole new tech toolkit that is completely changing the game for construction.
You know, the construction industry has a reputation for being a bit old school, right? Well, that's changing, fast. We're seeing this major tech upgrade that's making buildings safer, better, and a whole lot easier to manage.
And look, this isn't about robots taking over jobs. It's about giving human experts superpowers. On the left, you've got a drone operator who can check out a building's facade way more safely and thoroughly than ever. And on the right, a technician's working on a smart lift that uses sensors to predict problems before they even happen. It's the perfect team-up of human skill and machine smarts.
So let's look at a few examples. CORENET X is this new digital platform that's speeding up the whole complicated process of getting building approvals. AI is chewing through inspection reports about 20% faster, and for that final pre-move-in check, so-called virtual tops, use 360-degree cameras to get it done up to 30% more efficiently. What's the bottom line? Tech is saving a ton of time and making things more accurate at every single step.
Now check out this number. This really shows you the impact in the real world. For those smart lifts that use the new remote monitoring tech, there's been a staggering 60% drop in breakdowns. Just think about that for a second. That means a lot less time waiting around for a lift and way more reliable buildings for all of us.
Okay, this all sounds pretty good for the industry, but what's in it for you, the person actually buying the home? Well, a huge part of this transformation is about putting more power and more information right into your hands.
You might want to mark your calendar for this one. Starting in early 2026, a whole new set of rules is kicking in, and they're designed specifically to give you more clarity and better protection when you're making what's probably the biggest purchase of your life.
Okay, this is a really important one. The defects liability period. That's your one-year window to get the developer to fix any problems you find in your new place. The old rule was that clock started ticking just 15 days after you got the payment notice. Now it starts on day 35. That gives you so much more breathing room to actually move in and properly inspect everything.
And here's the thinking, straight from the top. The Minister for National Development, Chee Hong Tat, basically said the goal is simple. Give buyers clarity right from the start. Why? To prevent a lot of arguments and headaches down the road. It's all about making the process smoother and, frankly, fairer.
So what kind of clarity are we talking about? Well, for starters, developers now have to show you exactly where things like structural walls are. You know, the ones you can't just knock down. They also have to show you the less glamorous but still important stuff, like refuse chambers or ventilation shafts. And, maybe most importantly, they have to show you their report card, their track record on quality.
Which brings us to what might be the most powerful new tool for anyone buying a home. For the very first time, you're going to be able to see a clear, standard grade for a developer's past work. You can think of it like a quality report card.
This report card is based on a system called CON-QUAS. Now, that stands for Construction Quality Assessment System, but all you really need to know is that it's the official national standard for workmanship quality. It's been around, but what's totally new is how you, the buyer, get to use this information.
And here's the kicker. It is now mandatory for developers to show you their conquest band before you even think about buying. This information used to be pretty hard to find, but now it has to be put right in front of you, so you can make a much smarter choice.
So what do these bands actually mean? It's pretty simple, really. Band 1, that's your straight-A student. These are the developers with an amazing track record of delivering top-quality projects. Then you go all the way down to Band 6. These are the ones with the poorest track record, the ones with lots of major problems. For the first time, you can see clear as day who's at the top of the class and who you might want to steer clear of.
Okay, let's tie all these threads together. What does this future of buying a home look like, and how can you make the most of it?
We've seen the big picture vision for a greener, smarter Singapore. We've looked at the cool tech that's making it happen. And we've gone through the new rules that are designed to protect you. Every single piece of this puzzle points to one thing: a better, safer, and higher quality home for you and your family.
And the best part is, you don't have to figure all this out on your own. The BCA has actually created practical tools. We're talking checklists and guides to help you navigate everything, from understanding a developer's track record to knowing your responsibilities. They're giving you the knowledge to go with your newfound power.
So really it all comes down to this. With all this new information and transparency, the power really is shifting. So the question isn't just, can I afford this home anymore? It's, have I checked the quality of the company that's building my home? And when it comes to your biggest investment, that might just be the most important question you can ask.